Hello Facebook people, I'm Konstantinos and today I'm gonna tell you all the hard truth about dropshipping. If you are watching my videos since the beginning of the channel, most likely you know that I don't like dropshipping so much. Although this year I had several students from the dropshipping area and I have helped them a lot, and now I have a super spherical opinion about dropshipping. Just before we go to any details, let me tell you that I'm not trying to sell you anything about dropshipping. I'm not the type of guy who is flexing with Lambos. I hope that you're understanding. I think that nobody cares of what am I doing in my personal life if I go with personal jets or with Ryanair. Nobody cares, and I'm not trying to convince people by flexing. I hope that this is clear in this channel. I am inclined to talk about dropshipping, telling the truth and what I have seen through my students, which there are some of the best dropshippers out there because they wouldn't have the money to pay me if they were not. Hi guys, I would like to interrupt this video in order to talk to you about my Facebook ads course. It took me 6 months of video editing everything and 3 months of video shooting. And because of that, I have created the best Facebook ad course in the world. Inside, you're going to find super advanced information, but information also for beginners. It takes you by the hand in order to teach you how to do Facebook ads from the beginner level to super advanced level. It has inside Loom videos from cost caps, speed caps, Loom videos from CBO, ASC optimization. It has chosen 5 sessions, inner circle sessions, and it has a lot of theory with whiteboard, also strategies that are working all of these years, things that I have developed, things that I know that are working because I have spent millions and millions on the platform. Currently, I'm spending between 5 and 10 million every month, sometimes it's even more, across 30 accounts, and I have access to many more. So I know what is currently working and all the latest trends, and this is what I'm doing inside the course. I'm showing you live ad accounts with real spend and what is working right now. And if you want, you can click the link below, you can go and you can check some videos that I have open free for you so that you can check if you like the course or not and decide if you want to buy it or not. I will see you there. First of all, I would like to clarify that yes, dropshipping is a way for you to make money. If you are salty and you say that there is no way that people with dropshipping are making money and stuff, you're completely wrong. I have students that they make good amount of money, not only paying me, but they also making also very good profits. The second thing is that we need to separate dropshipping in 2 different big categories. One of them is general clothing store dropshipping, and the other one is dropshipping with one item store or with a specific niche store, with all of that, which is 2 completely different categories that we're going to break down with pros and cons in this video. Let's start first of all with the general clothing dropshipping, which is what most of the people do. First of all, I need to clarify that it's not so difficult for you to be successful in this kind of store, and there are many people that are successful. Although there are some things that we need to watch and also analyze. Now that I have passed also Black Friday with these people, I know exactly what is happening and how it's working. First of all, let's start from the fact that I like to give this analogy to the general clothing store dropshipping stores and the people that they do it. I believe it's a very big bed that everyone is each other. Whoever is under the bed, they try to climb on the bed so that they can also each other, because if you think of it, the competition is huge. Everybody's advertising the same products finding from the people in China, and everybody's using most of the times the same creatives, which is changing a little bit now with the AI. If you think of it, everybody is using the same things, the same products, the competition is crazy in between. So let's analyze a little bit more that. The difficulty level is not something which is really difficult in comparison to doing an one item store and the number of creatives that you need. It's easier for you because you have ready creatives and stuff. It might take you time initially, but eventually you're going to find a winner, you're going to make some profits and stuff, and then it's up to you to just repeat the process. The difficulty over here is for you to maintaining an ad account, the thresholds, of course, and the collapses of the ad accounts. And why this is happening? Because of the competition. Imagine that there are so many other people that are trying to actually sell the same product as you with the same creatives most of the times. If you are not testing all the time constantly in a store like this, you're going to have problems. You're not going to be able to find more winners and more winners so that you're going to be able to scale them. We're going to talk a little bit later about what you can do with the winners. Let's keep it on the side. So first things first is that in these stores, if you stop testing at some point, eventually you're seeing your ad account collapsing and not having good results. It needs all the time to refresh your winners and try to do the best that you can with them. The second thing that I'm seeing is that these ad accounts, they're having thresholds. And I have noticed it with several occasions that I can tell you that they go up to 3, 4, 5K, 6K. Of course, to whatever we're going to discuss here, there are going to be exceptions that I have also seen. And there's going to be people that they innovate, they do better creatives, they do whatever. But we're talking about the general rule of thumb over here. There's going to be a threshold that's going to stop you on 3K, 4K, maybe 5K. And I have seen people after collapsed ad accounts, which we're going to discuss in a little bit, that they are getting on the beginning some winners that they're having 7 ROAS. Then when they go to 2K spend, they have winners that they are 5 ROAS, 3 ROAS, then they go to 3K. The winners are now 2 ROAS, 3 ROAS, then they go to 4, 5K, and they cannot find winners anymore. I have seen a lot of times people, because of this threshold, creating multiple stores and having success on the multiple stores with another 4K spend, another 4K spend, having multiple stores, and all of this compiling together in a very big revenue. For someone starting now, starting with a general store, which is clothing, it's pretty easy. And they're going to have success eventually if they are patient enough and they know the basic things and what they're doing. But at the end of the day, it's more difficult on the long term from the competition, which is huge. So you're going to have these thresholds and the things that we discussed. No matter what you're going to do, after some point it's not going to work. It's gonna collapse from time to time, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 times per year. Your ad account is going to collapse completely and you're going to try again and again things. Inevitably, it's not going to pick up and at some point it's going to work. If you are staying on lower spends, maybe you can avoid that and you can have a more stable situation. But most of the dropshippers are greedy and they're going to go for the extra or scale as hard as they can. We're going to discuss about this later. Except from the collapses, you're going to have problems with your winners that even if you find something which is working, maybe it's something that somebody else abandoned, or maybe it's something that somebody else is now scaling, or maybe it's something that you have found and people are going to catch up soon and they're going to come and they're going to come, steal your creatives if you have made even new creatives and they will try to advertise. This is why I put the analogy of the bed and all of this kind of situation. So you're going to have eventually the product failing because of the huge competition, even using the same creatives as you. So can you make money? You can make money. I have students that they made 30, 40K, 50K profits. The margins are very good because it's clothing. It's working pretty well. You can have multiple stores. It's not scaling as much as it can scale with other stores with one niche and all of that. But at the end of the day, it's a very good starting model for someone starting now. It's easier. Now, the more you test, the more you innovate, the more you do AI creatives, the more you differentiate from all the other people. Because let me be clear, 95% of the dropshippers are lazy people that are just doing it because they want to become rich in one day. There are some people that they are serious about it, but 95% of the people, they are actually lazy and they are not putting the work. So it's not so difficult if you think of it. You just have to outwork this 95% and be smarter, more innovative. Maybe it's going to be on the landing pages. The offer anyway is going to be good because it's dropshipping. Maybe it's going to be on the ads. Maybe it's going to be on the creatives. Maybe it's going to be AI creatives. You need to innovate. But for sure, you never stop testing, because if you stop testing, then your ad account is collapsing faster. So a very good way for you to make your first money. And after that, decide what you want to do. If you want to do multiple stores and have bigger revenue, if you just want to scale as fast as you can a product and then make your ad account collapse, it's up to you the way that you're going to follow. So what I'm saying is that people are starting mostly with shops that are having general clothing, fashion, and then they move on to other stores that are having more of a niche approach. It's gonna be one item product stores. It's gonna be something that's gonna be on the next level. Over there, what we're seeing is that it's more difficult for them to find a concept, a product that is actually going to work. And this is the difficulty, because when you have a clothing store, basically you're testing a lot of different products and you can actually scale with different products. Over there, when you're doing a store, maybe you're spending money and maybe it's not gonna work. So you create the store, you create the creatives and all of that, maybe it's not gonna work. So it needs more money for you to do these kind of things. But let me tell you that if you find something that is working there, it's completely different. It's more scalable. It needs more effort in terms of the creatives, but the competition, it might be 1 or 2 people at the beginning when you're finding something. So I can see more scalability on these stores because I had dropshippers also with these kind of stores. Even on Black Friday periods, they're behaving like normal brands on these stores. The other stores are not so effective. The clothing stores are not so effective, and they're not having these huge scalings during the Black Friday. Again, there are exceptions to the rule to all of that. To my students also, I'm talking about a general picture over here for the mass of the people that are going to see this video and understand how dropshipping is working and what they need to do. So the other kind of dropshipping that I'm talking about with niche stores, one item product stores, whatever, these are going to need much more creatives, influencer cooperations, UGC content videos, depending on what product you're actually selling, while on the other side, it's very easy to do just images for clothing. They are going to need massive volume of creatives. They are going to need also more capital for you to invest in order to see what's working, make the site and stuff. And maybe you will have to make another store, another idea, another store, another idea until you have something working. But for sure, these other accounts are not having thresholds. They are going to scale a lot. You can make a lot of money. I have seen people making 600K, 1 million in just 1-2 months, super fast, while you're making 50K, 60K, 70K profits on the general stores from each store, I mean, and you need to have a lot of stores in order for you to make 500K. Again, there are exceptions to the rules. I have seen people doing very well with only Google, for example, and having massive volume and spending a lot on Google with low AOV items. I have seen many things, but we're talking again about the general rule of thumb over here. So the competition is less. I have one student, he's selling kitchenware. On Black Friday, he had only one competitor, while my other students that they were having clothing, they were having thousands of competitors. It's completely different. And the scaling is there. You can scale more like this. And the collapse of the ad account, they are going to happen only if you overdo it. This student of mine has the store for 2 years now without the ad account ever collapsing and continuing producing. Of course, he's very careful with the budgets, but you can actually go rogue and you can actually scale it like crazy, completely destroying the ad account and going to your next idea, which is something that I have seen also from some other people that I know. Of course, now they're a little bit disappointed because they haven't found still a good idea, but I'm pretty sure that when they are going to, it's going to compensate for all their previous efforts, because if you know what you're doing, eventually it's going to work for you and you're going to be compensated. It's needless to say that for these kind of stores, the people are innovating, the people are doing more creatives, the people are having less collapses, and they are not lazy. They are really hardworking people, and a lot of times they end up also having some stock in places so that they can be more competitive in prices and all of that. So it's two different worlds. On the other hand, I'm thinking, I'm doing dropshipping. Most of the times when I'm doing dropshipping, it means that my economical situation is not good, so I'm trying to go outside of poverty from dropshipping. Well, start with the clothing and maybe see later if you want to expand to another thing. Don't do immediately one item stores and stuff. Maybe they're going to deplete all of your capital. Try to do first the easiest part and then move to something else. But keep in mind that it's not going to scale as it's going to scale with the other kind of business with one item store or a niche store, whatever, but the risk also there is much higher. I have seen many videos about dropshipping, and I have never seen a video talking about these kind of things that to me they are obvious after working for more than 2 years now with dropshippers and 2 Black Fridays. Because before that I wouldn't even take them, because I would consider dropshipping something which is a waste of time. Then I met people, they changed my opinion. Yes, dropshipping is legit, you can make money. Again, I'm not promoting anything or I have nothing to win from it. I'm just telling you my honest opinion working with students that are doing dropshipping. If you think of it, you have different options. So option number 1 is that you're going to just have a clothing store. You're just going to have your collapses here and there. You're just going to have a smaller spend, for example, and you're going to live normally with less money, like let's say 10K per month, which is going to be enough for you to live in Bali, for example, okay? Maybe you need to go for more money. You can do multiple stores in that way, try to maintain them and try to do the best that you can so that you can make more money. Maybe you feel more adventurous and you're going to do a store which is going to need more effort finding the niche and stuff, but when it's going to work, it's going to compensate you gravely. Or maybe you're just a hustler and you're just going to go and you're just going to find a winner, deplete it, then collapse your account, then find another, deplete it. As long as you understand that collapsing of another account, it's a normal thing to dropshipping, especially to clothing, and it's going to happen always during the year. If you want to avoid it, then play on lower spends. If you don't want to avoid it and you don't care about it and you have the psychology to recover after that and you don't feel helpless that nothing is working anymore and stuff and you get disappointed, go for it, deplete the product, scale aggressively as much as you can, even go to double budget every day, make as much as you can, and then just leave the product and go for the next testing, next testing, next testing, next testing, next testing until something is gonna work. So this is my truth about dropshipping, and this is how I see it now. I believe I have a very good view, of course with exceptions to the rule here and there, but I have a very good view for 90% of what is happening out there after working with so many people. If you're doing dropshipping and you're not sending the products, shame on you.
You disgust me. How can you live with yourself?
I hope you burn in hell because you're ruining the situation for all the others. And yes, there are a lot of people, guys, that are doing this. On the other hand, there are people that they just want to take an electric scooter, for example, and which is, let's say 1K, and they see it somewhere for $50 and they buy it. I feel like these people, they are asking to be scammed if they don't understand that this price is not something that makes sense. I have the story of a friend of mine that he bought a scooter, a Xiaomi scooter, which was, let's say, $500, and he bought it for $50. And he comes back to home and he says, where's the package, where it came? And his wife says, I put it on the drawer to the desk. He says, how the did you manage to put this whole scooter in the drawer? And they just sent him a notebook so that they can have a tracking code and they can say that we send you the product so that he's not going to do chargeback, so that they can be able to take the money, blah, 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 blah. If you're doing that, shame on you. But I can tell you that there are a lot of people, when you're hearing dropshipping, that they actually make money like this and they get away with it. So until we meet again, guys, don't forget that you can check my book, you can check my course where I'm having not necessarily dropshipping stuff, but a lot of things that are going to help you in dropshipping if you're doing dropshipping. Of course, my whole concept is that I want you to understand the algorithm. I'm having inside different strategies, Loom videos, even chosen 5 sessions with some dropshippers, and I'm gonna upload soon also the chosen 5 sessions with Black Friday content and how we scale during Black Friday. You can check also all of my reviews about the course and you can see that people love it. And I have also my chosen 5 programs where I'm helping dropshippers and other owners. It's currently full, but maybe there are going to be new spots available from the new year. So send me a message and maybe we will find a solution. And until we meet again, guys, be creative and be consistent.